What we're trying today, what you're noticing and witnessing here today, is our first foray in stage 2 of the province's relaunch plan to try something with a little bit more. Bit more of the way that we have done performances in the past. So there's about 13 musicians, and we're recording essentially Summer from Vivaldi's Four Seasons, which we're going to air on the eve of solstice. And this is a flavor of the type of stuff that we're starting to experiment with now to get us to some kind of a format that we think we can continue to do throughout the summer and hopefully into the fall. And that will, because it's being recorded and being broadcast or streamed online, it allows us then, if for some reason we're having to step back in the terms of the province's relaunch, and we're having to maybe take a step back from the opening up of the province and closing down a little bit more, that would still have something that we can share with people online if they can't physically come into the building. But in an ideal world, we're going to, after today's sort of experiment, if you will, because we're having to learn how to, make sure we're adapting for social distancing, that we're also taking into consideration the fact that the building, this is a large building, for us to make it completely, sanitary would be a lot of work. So by keeping it to a very small group, we think it's manageable. So we're trying all these things out so that our staff and our team and the musicians, that we can all adapt to this new reality that we're in right now. In so doing, then we'll be able to hopefully share music with people, online for sure, and ideally we'll have small groups of people be able to come into the hall. We just haven't figured out exactly how we'll make that possible for people because we'll be limited. I mean, right now it's up to 100 people in the building, and the hall seats nearly 2,000 people. So from an economic scale, there's a reason for that. It helps us make sure that we have a large enough audience to help pay the bills. But we're trying to keep our costs right down so that we can do something like this in a manageable way.